So guys, today is November 9th. It is a day 2, hence why you guys are here in my enrichment class, okay? So we are going to analyze proportional relationships. We're going to be doing more of a mainstream assignment. In other words, like, it's going to be more of like, rather than you guys doing individual work, we're kind of going to be working together, which is not the norm for us, so it's going to be a little different. So some things that are important is that the quarter 1 ends on Friday. So make sure that you have all of your assignments in. Hira, I don't have you for math. However, I would definitely be asking Mr. Smith if you have all of your assignments in. If you don't know how to check, you can just pretty much ask him or ask him a comment. Do you know how to check to make sure you have all you got them in? Oh, never mind. Imagine Seal will be discussing it next class. So that's something important to know about. Which brings me to our quote, because our quote is kind of related to your grade. So personal accountability requires mindfulness, acceptance, honesty, and courage. So here's the thing. You are accountable for your grade. I don't give you a grade, you guys earn a grade. I think that that's a lot of misconception with students. They're like, oh my gosh, she gave me an F. No, brah, you earned that F. So I think that that's something you need to be mindful of. And then I thought that was, I didn't even realize that was you, Yannick. I thought it was just you. So you are, like I said, you are accountable for your grade. You earn your grade. So that if you are not earning the grade that you want, you have to be mindful as to why you're not earning the grade that you want, right? You have to think about, oh, okay, what is it that I'm not doing? Then accept the fact, right? Acceptance, then accept the fact that you're not doing something that is causing you to be successful, or just the contrary. You might be doing something that is making you successful and you're pleased with your grade. So your acceptance could be like, pat on your back, like, oh, I'm a rock star, right? Or if you're not doing well, you can then be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself and let yourself know, what do I need to change? What can I change? And have that courage to make those changes, because if you don't have all those things in place, it's a challenge. So for that reason, I need you guys to make a commitment to yourself, or at least try to make that commitment, that you have someone to go to. So here's my thing to you. What you're going to do is, my camera looks so...
Like, some people are afraid to, like, talk to the teachers about what they want, or, like, need, and you don't have to be afraid.
Right.
The teachers are always going to help you, help you understand.
Exactly.
Like, say, okay, I'm going to go for an example. Okay, I don't have to decide what do I need to work on. Maybe I can ask my teacher and she help me one-on-one work on something so I can better understand.
And if your teacher's not willing to do that, at least you've made that step in the right direction. Because then who's got the accountability? Then who's accountable for not following through? Is it you? No. You've done your part, okay? So here's my question to you, and I would like everyone to comment. Please tell me who you can go to when you're stressed about math and or school. Okay, so I want everyone to tell me. Please tell me who you can go to when you're stressed about math and or school in general. Who can you go to? It could be one person, it could be more than one person, but it can't be just yourself, okay? Because we need to have more than just ourselves. So I want to know, who can you go to? I want you to put it in the chat. Once you tell me, I will take attendance. Aw, thanks, Maj.
I mean, you are, because, like, you help kids, and without you in math has always been my favorite. And in 6th grade, I never really, like, had a lot of help as much as I do now, and when I used to struggle on, like, stuff, my teacher would always be there one-on-one just
Mhm.
for me to understand.
Yeah. And see, that's what's important. I feel like without those people in place, and if you, and even if you felt like you did understand your other teachers, sometimes, like, if you don't have that relationship, you don't want to learn from them. Trust me. I mean, I gotta be honest, like, I had teachers that I absolutely hated, and I never did well. And I never did well for those classes. And you know what stunk is that I realized in the end, I was hurting myself. I always thought, like, oh, I don't like this teacher, I'm gonna make them look bad. But no, at the end of the day, I was the idiot, you know? I was held accountable for those grades. So Yannick, who do you have to go to if you feel stressed or overwhelmed? Because remember, guys, just being in class is not being present. You need to respond to my questions when I ask, right? If you don't, I assume you're absent. Oh, did he leave, actually? Yes, he did. Oh, no, he's still here.
I think typing.
Oh, okay. Okay, so all right. So today we are doing, guys, if you could go to our Google Classroom, please and thank you, and go to our classwork.
We have a short amount of people today.
We always have a small amount of people every day, honey.
I'm just saying, shorter than usual.
It's okay. As long as we have who we need. All right. Everyone at the class? Yes? No? Maybe? Oh, let me get here. Derp, derp.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So here's the thing. Obviously, you guys don't have access to this, but it's this one I want you to go to. And it's material, right? So you're going to click on view material. And so, guys, we're going to be doing these together, right? So one thing that I find beneficial is when we can, you're going to want to write them on a separate sheet of paper, to be honest. I don't find writing on the screen is beneficial. It's challenging for kids. It's challenging for me. So unless you have any type of problem with that, I'm going to hope that you're okay with me just doing it on a separate sheet of paper. Because that's what we're doing today. And now, unless you guys want to open it with Kami, is there anyone that wants to use Kami? Tell me, speak now or forever hold your peace. Yasiel says no. As soon as I hear one no, we're not using it. Because if one student can't work with it, then it's not good for all.
It's not bad, but I'd rather write on a notebook.
Me too. Math is not meant for technology, I feel like sometimes. So here's what I would suggest that you guys do for this. So we are going to be working in this book, right? It's a book I have at school. But you guys don't have it, unfortunately. I'm not presenting, thanks. Duh. Thanks, bro. I did not know. You're like, what are you trying to show us, Miss Bergen? Oh, there we go. Okay. Teamwork makes the dream work.
You're like saying, go here and then do this. And
Yeah.
I'm like, is she supposed to be presenting or not?
No, you guys are super helpful like that. I appreciate it. All right, so here's the page that we're looking at, okay? My suggestion to you, okay, is for you to do a split screen, right? So remember how to do that. So you're going to make one screen. So you're going to want to be able to see this. Oops, sorry. You're going to want to be able to see this, right? And then you're going to want to be able to see our meat. So this one, I wonder, I don't think it works on my desktop. Yeah, it doesn't. That sucks. Oops, stinks. Sorry. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make half the screen like this, right? And then good morning or good afternoon, Ayana. All right, and then our other half is going to be, oh, let me turn this on. It's loading. That's okay. I'm glad you're here now. There we go. All right. Oh, nope, I didn't want that. I want this. Whoa. All right, let me try this again. Sorry, guys. And so the other one, you're going to want it to be so that you can see what I'm writing on this screen. Just gives me a second to, there it goes. Right, so you're going to want it so you can see my notebook too, right? So you want to be able to see my notebook and you want to see what we're talking about, right? So are there any questions? How should your screen look? It should be a split screen, right? So just so you guys know, so like this should be on one, right? And then this should be on the other. So you should be able to see both. Does that make sense? I hope it does.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So here's the thing. I'm going to try and keep it like yours so that you guys can see. Oops. No, don't do that. There we go. Okay. Technology's not my friend. No, I don't want to do that either. Okay.
Don't worry, you're not the only one who's having problems because earlier during first period I almost deleted an assignment.
Oh, that would have really stunk. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, network was terrible today.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to be working with this because we're going to be doing some individual practice on Thursday because we don't have school on Wednesday. It's Veterans Day. Make sure you think of veteran. My dad's a veteran. He was in Vietnam. Pretty scary stuff, bro. 11/9/2020. Writing ratios. And this is period 6, day 2, page 1. Okay. It's cold in my room. It's like, it gets hot and then it gets cold. Here, wear my scarf, bro. It gets cold too sometimes. My sloth gets cold sometimes. North Face is nice and warm. I love North Face. Keeps me nice and toasty. You know, I take breaks so you guys can keep up with me, right? I don't just talk to myself like this. I don't like dead air. All right, so here's what we're looking at. We've got this situation over here, right? So it says write a ratio 3 different ways write a ratio 3 different ways for the number of red cars to blue cars, right? So number 1, okay, we're doing red cars to blue cars. We can write our ratio 3 different ways, right? Do you guys remember what's one way to write a ratio?
Writing 3, and then somewhere on your keyboard there's 2 dots.
Yep.
And then the 2.
Good.
3, dot, 2.
Good. And notice how he said 3 first, because look at guys, it says red cars, right? Red cars to blue cars. So there's 1, 2, 3 red cars. So you have to keep it in the order in which it writes it, or it states it. So 3 colon, that's called a colon, 2, right? Because there's 3 red cars and there's 2 blood cars. I don't know what.
If we were to say blue to red, it would be 2 to 3, right?
Exactly. So this is one way to write it. Another way to write is actually using that word 2. 3, 2, 2. And besides Yastiel, does someone remember the third way? What's the third way?
3/2.
Good. So we might see it as 3/2, or it could also be written as a complete fraction as 3/2, right? Depending upon what kind of technology we're using. Sometimes it does have the fraction option, and other times it just has that slash, right? All right. So go ahead and take a minute and do number 2. Number 2 asks, write a ratio 3 different ways for the number of blue cars to red. So Yasil kind of already gave us the answers to this. Blue cars to red cars. So Yannick, I marked you absent because you weren't responding to me. Are you there? You got to make sure that if I ask you guys a question, you have to respond, or I will mark you absent. Okay. So blue cars to red cars. Tell me if I'm right. How's it look?
You're right.
Oh, thank goodness. Good thing I get paid the big bucks, right? All right, let's look at number 3. Ooh, number 3 is kind of tricky. Do you guys notice that I'm only writing the 2 things that are on opposite side of that word 2? Because that's what a ratio is. I mean, the one way we write it is with the word 2. So if we look at number 3, I go right to, there it is. There's that word 2, blue cars to the total number of cars.
So instead of doing a part ratio, we're doing a part to whole ratio.
That is correct. You must have a really awesome teacher that you know that. Okay, take a minute. Go ahead and write that down. I'm gonna go get my afternoon drink. All right, so let's see here. Let's see if I'm right. Well, Yasil, what's the answer? What's the first one?
2:5.
Amaj, what's the next? Amaj, what's what?
2:5.
225. Hero, what's the last one? Yes, girl. Remember, you can use the chat. I ask you a question. You don't want to talk. Just say it in the chat. All right, number 4. I'm looking for that too. Red cars 2. The total number of cars.
The first one is 5.
Good. Maj tells me 3:5. Yasil.
3 to 5.
Yannick. Last one. Ayana. Last one. If you don't know, type IDK. Lets me know that you don't know, but you're still here. Oh, Maj left us. Ayana, are you here, honey? Yannick, are you here? And I see we have Latiana. I hope I'm saying your name right, sweetie. So I need one of you 3 to answer, Yannick, Ayana, or Latiana. I'll wait another minute before we move on. If you're non-responsive, I document it and mark you absent. Oh, Shaikwan too. I know, Hira, isn't it awful? All right. Hira, what's the last way? Thank you, darling. Okay, number 5. Write an equivalent ratio 3 different ways for the total number of red. Didn't we do that already? Isn't that number 1?
No. What is right? 3 different ways to write the number of red blue cards. This is right equivalent ratio.
Oh.
2 different ways.
Look at you reading. I was like, isn't it the same one? Gosh. See? You guys are awesome. All right, so we're writing an equivalent ratio to, ooh, that's tricky. So we need an equivalent ratio that's equivalent to this. Does anybody know how to do that? I'm curious.
I do.
Oh, you do, Fancy Pants? Tell me how.
for one instance, you can times 3 by 2 and 2 by 2.
Facts! And it doesn't just have to be 2, it can be any number. So Yasiel said, oh, okay, you can go ahead and multiply this by 2 and this by 2, and you're going to get 6 over 4. But you don't have to just use the number 2. You could say, well, 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 3 is 6. I could do 3.
Or like 3 times 5, I don't know.
Yeah, and then 2 times 5 would give us that. Boom.
Yeah, that's why how they're equivalent.
Mind blown. Thanks, Jessiel.
You're welcome.
I wasn't reading. That's why I don't like reading, is because it makes me, see? It messes me up, bro. It makes me feel like I'm not that smart.
See, this is exactly why I don't do word problems, because if something like that happens, I'd rather wait.
Cubes is so much easier. All right. So that's page 1. Let's look at the next page.
Wait, there's something at the bottom that says draw,
Nope. Nope, we don't draw. No drawing. You know who likes to draw? Mr. Omora. He loves to draw. Do you guys know who Mr. Omora is? Anybody? He's another math teacher. He's pretty awesome.
Wait, you don't like to draw?
I love to draw, actually, but I don't like to draw math. I do like to draw. I'm just being sassy today. I took an extra dose of sassafras today. All right, so guys, go ahead and try these on your own because they're very similar. I'm going to put the timer on there's 5 questions. I'm going to give you guys 6 minutes. There we go.
You know, the nerd has to be saying, oh, that's all I need. Bergen, I just realized the connection.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
How so?
So the answer for number 1 is 2:3, 2, 3, or 2 in fraction.
Yeah.
And when we put blue cards to red cards, it's 2 to 3.
Yeah. They're pretty much,
then
yeah.
muffins to croissants is 3, 2.
Yep. Yeah. I like this book a lot because it starts off very low and it gradually increases difficulty. So, yeah.
Every time I write the croissants in the notebook, it just feels so weird because this is the very first time I wrote down the actual word croissant.
Yeah. I love croissants because I make pigs in a blanket all the time. Those are my favorite. Now, if you've got extra time, if you want to draw that picture, feel free. Let me see what the picture is. Picture say. 30 more seconds and I'll show you what I got. I even drew a picture. It stinks, but it's a picture.
I wrote 5 examples for the equivalent version of Muppet Secret Santa.
So did I. Overachiever.
Okay, can we stop getting the same thing at this point?
Twinsies. All right, here we go. Let me move my my face. Oh, here, I'm gonna make mine. I'm gonna make this big enough for you guys to see now. Let's see here. Zoom out. Y'all like my croissants and my muffins? Hopefully you guys did good. How we feeling about this, kids? Here it said yes. Yes, queen, yes.
I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
All right, so rate yourself 1 through 5. 1 being you're not that good, you're just starting to learn this, which should not be anyone, right? 2, you're just starting to get it. 3, I mostly get it. 4, I get most of it, but might have a question. But 5, I'm a rock star. Oh my gosh. Almost fell out of my chair. Thank you.
Because you can always learn a lot.
Oh, you're such a good kid. You're such my teacher's pet. You and Yassil and Hira. All right. Who?
I learn a lot, and I mostly say 4.10 because I can explain the stuff.
That's good. Like I always think about it. If I could explain it to a first grader, then I give myself a 5. So here is a 5.
I'm doing 5, not for like all about this. I'm doing like a 5 for like this specific lesson.
Yes, good. So how about the others that are with us? Yannick, Latiana, or Shaikwan? How do you guys feel? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? You can just put it in the chat.
You guys want to hear my second example?
Thank you, Ayana. Hold on. All right. Hold on. 1 more minute, and if I don't get a rating, guys, unfortunately, I do go back and I document you guys as being NR, non-responsive. If you don't respond to me, that means that you're not present in class. Just because you can make yourself, just because you can log into Google Meet doesn't mean that you're here, okay? Yasio, what was your question, sweetie?
I asked you guys want to hear my 6 examples examples for the number 5.
Go ahead.
2 over 3 equals 4 over 6 equals 8 over 12 equals 60 over 24 equals 32 over 48 equals 64 over 96.
So what you did is you just doubled the value each time.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, well, time is up. Thank you all for joining us. I will see you guys Thursday because we are off on
Wednesday.
Yeah, so exciting, right? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so I will see you guys. I'll see some of you guys next period though.